Today, from Memphis, Tennessee, it's the AFC Wildcard round on EA Sports. It's the Memphis Hounds taking on the Mexico City Diablos.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Mexico City Diablos and the Memphis Hounds. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the... What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them. Now in his 8th year in the NFL.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Back to throw. Whitfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on third down, Whitfield. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Whitfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
On third down, Whitfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. They juked him. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. .44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
There, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only able to make it to the 15 after the nice move. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. They'll start with the option. And he stopped immediately there. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The drive will start with an option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Nothing after one on EA Sports.
Second down and 5.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot, if that's what they want to do.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie us at 3-3.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
They bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
To throw now on 1st down. It's brought in by Harris.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Throwing to start the drive. Whitfield flush to, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Here's a give up the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Whitfield.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
play action. Whitfield under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Tucker. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Diablos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. 5 plays there on that drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Throwing to start the drive. Whitfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down. Whitfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Whitfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, BG, thanks very much. The playoffs are underway. What a weekend this is going to be. Super Wildcard weekend. This, the first of 6 games set to be played. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And the half will begin with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A throw over the middle taken in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Tucker. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing to start the drive. Whitfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
2nd and 2.
Here's the option going right. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A nice little juke. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Diablos go up by 2 touchdowns.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now there's a quick throw caught by Andrews.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down, and he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
From the gun on 3rd down, Whitfield, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, Whitfield got his man complete over the middle. That's Newman.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Whitfield over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will wind up a loss on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly, and most of the time, unsuccessfully.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So they bring out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing on first down. Whitfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Looking to throw on second down. Whitfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Back to throw. Whitfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, it must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. Out of the gun now on third down. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Whitfield. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
following the sack. They'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Whitfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Steps away and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Whitfield. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Whitfield. A high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. On 4th down, Whitfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw.
Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Diablos continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking to throw. Whitfield has got his man. It's Andrews. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Operating from the gun. Whitfield tried to drop one in, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.